If you'll remember from last time, our theme for our prototype was if it's not broke, don't fix it. And so because in CTS is a little, and the Center for Transportation Studies and Transportation really already has an established hub. And so that is CTS, and we have a variety of established mechanisms for connecting, as you can see, with a broad range of university, colleges, departments, centers, and programs. So we want to bring this to bear that's primarily focused in on research and engagement with professionals, which is in many ways our primary audience. Are there things that we can do to enhance this activity within the communities and within the public, who in many cases are the end users of the work that's done at the center? The orange and the dotted lines are potential new partners. So for parking and transportation services, the School of Public Health, when we were having our meeting with the food group, Health and Nutrition at Extension, we added that one as a result of our feedback. The Institute on the Environment, we kind of operate in the same circles, but we don't necessarily purposefully connect, and we think that's an opportunity for us to connect more. And then the law school is another area or another entity that we think there's potential for us to collaborate more with as it relates to transportation, as well as the Resilient Communities Project that's currently going on at the Humphrey School and connected with other departments throughout the university. So two of our ideas for moving forward, one is to hold an idea jam around a future thinking transportation issue, and then that we'd use that idea jam as a way to engage our partners within the university, but then also externally, and hopefully use that as a way to prioritize engagement efforts moving forward. The other thing we talked about was creating a sort of a transportation lab with the university community as working with parking and transportation services. We're our own little transportation system within the university, and so looking at how we could potentially create new innovations on how we move or how we communicate about moving around the university. So building that kind of a partnership and really being a bit of a lab for transportation innovation.
So I think your understanding of your network is impressive, and that's clearly reflected here in your visual representation. And I had an opportunity to hear just a little bit about this struggle you're having with sort of building in a public engagement mechanism that relates directly to the end user. But I'm also thinking that instead of trying to figure out how you might build that and how you might engage that public, you might also think, or perhaps instead think about aligning with existing groups, public groups that are interested in and are already doing work in this area. I think about the work that's happening around the Green Line, and the many neighborhood and community-based organizations that have sort of subgroups within their existing structure that are focused on issues of transportation, livability, connectivity to that line. And I think that they would very much love to have a partner like the Center for Transportation Studies to help them think through that work. And it might be a way for you to align with existing sort of public efforts around this, as opposed to building out your own maybe parallel mechanism that could supplant some of the work that's already happening.
As someone in the equity group, to engage in particular with communities of color who have fought for stops in their neighborhoods as community engaged projects. And the other one was the bicycle community, which is huge. How can you work with them to help do bicycling the best possible way in community?
But there's also the purpose. What's the purpose? And so you said transportation innovation. Is that the vision, or is it transportation that all people have access to, that's environmentally sustainable? Is there a public value that CTS as the hub is committed to, and articulating that, and then working with everyone sort of to advance that?
I would say that our vision has been more research-based, so I think looking how to incorporate more explicitly the community engagement or public engagement might be something we should think about.
But also, I would say the Complete Streets research, a lot of that is really directly related to allowing for access. And I think one of the things that's really apparent in going through this process with CTS is there is so much that's going on. It's about making it more visible. It's already really visible, but visible in different ways, I think, or to other people within the university. Because even Cyclopath, which is increasing bikeability in our area by mapping, is something that's been funded through you or has been, organized in a certain way through you. So it's not known necessarily, but
Giving up the research
Right.
priority,
Right.
but
it's
clear,
framing it in a new way.
and it's
maybe.
doing research that's responsive to all kinds of community agendas.
How do we even get to, I know some of your publications, they're kind of for certain audiences, but I found them interesting over the years, even though they didn't address me. You can tell her why. We have a personal connection.